Alright guys, in this week's video we're going to continue working on the Del Sol. I'm going to be doing this in between work throughout the week, so the video might be a little choppy, so I apologize for that, but I'm going to do what I can and get things done while I can. Take a look at this powerhouse again. Woo! Big old D series. This thing is cleaner than my record. Got the premium creeper. Look at that, not a drop on my hand. Yeah, there's that bad CV axle we gotta replace one of these days. Random thought, but I want to find some mud flaps for this car just to keep the dirt off it. A lot of dirt and mud on these roads out here because of farms and whatever, but if you know how to find a hookup on them, let me know. Only the best quality around here for my customers. I was down here just looking over a few things. It looks like it's going to need a new radiator like ASAP because got some leakage right there, and then I looked around the seam at the top. It also has a little bit of wetness. It's a very common area for Hondas to fail with their radiators. It's right there where the plastic and metal meet. So I'll put that on her list of things to buy and hopefully get that swapped out before it blows. You can see right here at the top of the radiator that little bit of leakage. I've had so many cars just blow the radiator out from that. So yeah, this is probably, I guarantee this is the original radiator too, with only 143,000 miles on it. You can also tell by the color of the fins down there. Should be silver, but I mean over time they obviously oxidize and turn black. So yeah, definitely gotta get a new radiator in here. I'm actually gonna work on the door thing tomorrow because I almost forgot that the wiring was backwards for the locks, so I'm gonna tackle that tomorrow. But she also is anxious to take it for a drive because she hasn't even driven the car yet. I actually drove it back and have been working on it since, so I'm gonna let her take it around the block and then I'll just see you in the morning. I'll give you a cold start though before we end this part of the video. Alright, it's the next day, so let's see if we can figure out what's going on with this door. So one of the issues are this. The panel's not even attached to the door, but before we address that, I want to figure out what's going on with this. So if you want to adjust the mirror, it unlocks and locks the door, and same if you go like this. But it only unlocks it, and then, I don't know. So something's going on there, and then if you use the lock and unlock, nothing happens with the mirror. So I'm guessing he somehow swapped the clips. I don't know what they look like, but we're about to find out. So I'm gonna start by removing the door panel. So I really don't feel like messing with the rods and clips in here, so I'm gonna see if I can just pop the door panel around the handle. Especially because it's cold in here, the plastic's gonna be extra brittle. Alright, so I don't really know how these are supposed to go, but that's missing something, so I wonder, is there another wire down here? Huh. What is going on here? Let me look around for a minute. Oh, duh, here's the other wire that's missing. So, or clip, whatever. So I'm assuming this one goes here and that one goes into there. So let's see if that works. I'm gonna need two hands to plug this one into there because I gotta lift the panel up. Alright, moment of truth. Let's see if... Well, it's not gonna lock because the door handle has to be pulled open while you're locking it in a Honda for safety so you don't lock your keys out. Let's see if the mirror works now. Oh yeah. Alright. So that's all it was. That switch, or the clip was plugged in and the other one wasn't even plugged in at all, so that was an easy fix. Now I gotta find stuff to, or screws and stuff to put in here. This screw is already in the door, so I don't know if the guy like took the panel off, put that screw in there so he didn't forget about it, and then put the panel back on and forgot to take the screw out or something, but at least we got one, but that's the only screw we have for this whole door panel. and unfortunately he broke the plastic on both sides that slides in here. You're supposed to remove these, you're supposed to slide it forward and then out, but people just like yank them out and snap that plastic piece. But hopefully the screw will at least keep it a little more sturdy than flopping around like that one and this one was. And unfortunately all those little clips for that pop it into the door, like almost all the ones on the bottom are broken. So I'm gonna see if I have any. I don't know if I do, but see if I can replace those. I just took some out of a couple spare Integra door panels that I had, so I guarantee they're probably the same because it's Honda. Oh yeah, they're exactly the same. So we'll switch these out real quick. This one didn't even have one in it. And unfortunately that one's already broke, the little mount, so at least we got clips in all these ones, so it should be sturdier now. Alright, got the door panel back in the seam here. I just want to check, make sure everything works before we tighten it all down. Alright, locks work. And the mirror should work. I just got to turn the ignition back on, but just want to make sure everything was clearing inside here, so good to go there. So I honestly don't think this is the right screw for this. It doesn't even look like a Honda screw. So I'm going to see if I have something else that will work better. Something that has a wider head on it too to keep this held down better. So yeah, definitely doesn't look like a Honda screw to me. What do you think? So unfortunately, from that other screw or whatever, you can see like the lip on the inside of there got like ripped out before. So I removed this little plastic thing. I'm going to save that. And for now, I'm going to throw in a wider Honda screw that has a washer on it just to hold this down so it's at least usable for now. And then if she wants to replace these or find ones that are in good condition, we can do that down the road. But this will at least make it functional for now. A little ghetto, but it works. It's not flying out anymore. And then I did find a screw to put in there, and this is definitely not the proper clip for there, but it's just for now. It'll work. It's also missing, I guess there's a plastic piece that's supposed to go there, but that was never on the car when we got it. So yeah, this is all solid now. Now let's see what the other side needs. So this one's missing the little gray cap, but I could probably just take the other one. It probably fits exactly the same, but it actually has the base in there, the little rim that the normal size screw should fit. So maybe we can at least get this side tidied up. They have the little cap there, so let's just pretend the screw's actually in there and hope for the best. Then also missing this clip, but this side does have the little plastic thing, so that's nice. Is there a screw in there? Yep. All right. So we'll just throw a screw in here for now and call it good. All right, door test. Solid. Alright, doors are fixed for now, so they work. I forgot to mention yesterday we scraped all the weird stickers off. So I'll see you in a couple days. It's going to get warmer out, so once the weather's warm, I'm going to wash the car, and then we'll try to at least bring a little bit more shine back to the paint. Alright guys, it's a few days later now. Weather's nice, sun's out. I'm going to pull the Del Sol out of the garage and give it a good wash, and then I'll pull it back in to start waxing it. I'm going to take a couple before videos and I'll put them all together of how the paint looks before and after I polish it, or not polish, just wax with some new finish. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm really not going to bother with the wheels because they need a whole day on their own of stuff. Like I got to get chemicals to get this brake dust off and whatever. So alright, I'm going to let the car dry off for a bit while I go work out because your boy trying to get less scrawny, and then we'll bring it in the garage and start doing the wax. Alright, got the car pulled into the garage. Now we'll start applying this new finish. This is my favorite car polish ever. I'm not sponsored or anything, but it's like a wax slash polish. I don't know the difference really, but works incredible. And I might actually do their ceramic coat on top of it as well, so we'll see. And I got some before and after clips to compare at the end of the video so you can see the difference in the paint. But But yeah, I'm not going to bore you too much with applying it. I'll take a couple clips here and there, but I'll just basically fast forward to the end. I don't know how well you can tell on camera. I didn't do like a tape line or anything, but I did the new finish right there, and then that's nothing over there. So even just that little application brought a lot of shine back to the paint. I'll probably hit the car twice just because of how long it's probably been since it's gotten a coat of wax on it. And then I think I will do the ceramic coat on top of it just to give it a nice good coat. That way you don't have to worry about anything for a while. It'll be easy to get bugs off in the summer and all that sort of stuff. So it's going to be a long detail here, but it's going to be worth it. It makes it so much easier to clean the car. I've definitely realized that this paint is much worse than it looks. It's hard to tell, especially because it's white, but man, this definitely needs like a cut and buff. But we're going to see what a lot of elbow work does, because I don't have a cut and buff system and I've never done it, so I don't want to ruin the paint. But it's getting there. It's just definitely a lot of work with how bad this stuff is. Like, there's just layers of like, I don't even know. It's just like a matte paint almost with how bad it is. But I'm only doing like 2 coats and it's still polishing it up really easily. So it just takes a lot of working in. And this is the worst part. I don't know why, but like these seals are bleeding so bad whenever you touch it with the wax. Like, I don't know, I've never had a car do it this bad. And this is after I cleaned it up. Like, it literally, you'll touch it and it's just like drawing on the car with crayon. So I'm gonna come back through after I do the whole car and do these areas with like literally just my fingertip, so I can avoid touching that, because it is so bad. Never had a car do it that bad before, ever. So we'll see how good the camera can pick this up, but I did right about from the squirter over with the new finish, and over here is untouched, just washed. You can see the light literally like turns yellow and disappears almost. I still got to work on the bottom of the hood. I mostly did the top, but yeah, huge difference. Alright, so I broke out the buffer. I actually got that for a present, like, I don't even know how many years ago, and I've never used it because I don't know how to use a buffer. My first time ever, and it's going well, at least. So this paint is so bad. This is literally the worst paint I've ever tried to bring back, and I've done my Civic, and that was not nearly as bad. Like, this stuff is so oxidized. Even scrubbing it with, like, the wash that we did to it, didn't even touch it. It's just terrible. So this is taking a lot of the elbow work out. And as you can see from the videos, it's cleaning it up really well. Also, shout out to Mad Speed. Got one of their shirts on today. They're definitely one of the homies, so love what they do. They got a bunch of Honda stuff. Check out their Instagram, their YouTube channel. Yeah, just figured I'd give them a random shout out since I got their shirt on today. If you know anything about buffing, let me know if I'm doing this wrong, because I have no idea. This buffer came with 2 pads. This one was a little more coarse, and then there's a soft one. With how bad the paint was, I just used this one. I'm going over the whole car with it, and then I'll probably just touch up everything afterwards. But let me know in the comments if I'm even doing this remotely right. Didn't even look at it, didn't even YouTube this. Probably should have, but not leaving swirl marks or anything is just working. Alright, I am calling it quits on the wax, or the polish, because my OCD is getting the best of me. I'm going to be here for like 7 days if I don't just stop now, but definitely way better. I mean, hey, look at that shine. So I'm gonna let this cure. It doesn't need to cure, but I'm just gonna let it sit overnight, especially because it's laid out. And then tomorrow we'll come in and do the ceramic coat, which will not take anywhere near as long. So I'm just gonna hammer it out. Definitely don't want to do it because this took forever. This is the worst paint I've ever tried to bring back to life, and that's surprising. But yeah, this was a project and a half. So. But yeah, it's worth it. It'll look good, and the ceramic coat will just protect it that much better, and it just sheds water really easily. So it's worth it in the end. The car shined up a lot. I wish you could tell, like, see it in person, because especially being white, like I said before, it's like very hard to tell the difference. But I mean, this car was like matte white before, and now it's gloss white. So definitely looks a lot better. And a disclaimer, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, I'm literally just experimenting with polish. I usually use that stuff just to shine out my cars or whatever. I could be doing everything wrong, no idea. But it came out good, so just gonna run with it. It's the next day, got the shop warmed up. We're gonna start doing the ceramic coat. We're gonna use the new finish, better than wax ceramic coat. And again, I'm not gonna bore you with the whole process, just gonna throw it on there and then show you the results. Take it out in the sun, hopefully before it starts raining. Ceramic coat is all done, so I'm going to touch up all the black stuff and then we'll pull it out of the garage, see how it looks. I think we're going to beat the rain, so looking good on time. It is looking very shiny, so much better than that matte white that it looked like. I'm just going to use some tire shine. I don't believe in that torch method because when you torch the plastic, you're literally like, I don't know, you're exposing the plastic to like a million times more than what the sun already did to it. You're burning it, it turns black, and it looks good for a little bit, but you're also making the plastic more brittle. It doesn't last that long, so this actually has a UV protecting on it and all sorts of stuff, so. Also, a lot of times what I'll do with the tire shine method, especially with like EFs, if you have the raw bumpers, if you spray it on thick, just evenly coat it, and just let it sit, it'll actually absorb into the plastic and stay black for longer and protect the plastic longer. So I'm just gonna let it sit. Figured I'd give her a couple nice JDM screws for the license plate since I have a few laying around. Just a little minor detail that makes it look a little more crisp. And if you didn't know, Del Sols were actually designed for women. They're designed to be like a sporty coupe, top comes off, and they're designed to have a massive trunk for shopping, literally. I mean, you put the roof up here and then all this space. I mean, I could fit probably 4 or 5 dogs in here. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Kind of just a cosmetic spruce up of the car, I guess, and unprofessional detail. 10 out of 10, don't recommend what I did because I don't even know if it was right, but made it look shinier, so we'll go with it. Next week, stay tuned, we'll dive into the mechanical end of the car. Usually I start with mechanical stuff because that's like the most important thing for me, but given we didn't have the parts, they came in yesterday. Hopefully all the parts, I got to check the order, see if everything came in. But we'll start getting this ready to be roadworthy again. If you did like the video, I appreciate a like. Subscribe if you want to stay up to date with the builds and the projects, and follow my Instagram, Conjo_brothers, if you want to see more on there. More sneak peeks, details, all that sorts of stuff. Also, I'll put all my links below for discounts for different websites, everything from LED lights to stickers to everything in between. So if you're interested in any of that, use my discount codes, get yourself some saving money. And yeah, also have at paypal.me if you want to donate to the channel or buy stickers. Hit me up on Instagram, send me a DM. And anyways, appreciate you guys watching. Sorry, it's been a long week.